As a part of YouTube's ever-ongoing quest to remove every single useful feature on the platform, YouTube has recently announced that they'll be getting rid of the iNotification cards that open up the polls on every video. As you should know by now, I like to put these polls in as many videos as possible because they've been a really fun way to bring new interactive elements to my videos, and as far as I can tell, they're the only iNotification card that anyone ever actually clicks on any fucking channel ever, so I'm not sure why YouTube's getting rid of them.
I wonder when they're gonna remove the ability to post videos.
You know, at this rate, that wouldn't surprise me. Hello everyone, my name is Fabulous Fish.
And I'm Katatui101.
And welcome to this fishbowl discussion, I guess, as we talk about the removal of the iNotification poll cards, which at this point in time is happening tomorrow from when we're recording this video. I don't know when that'll be relative to when this video goes up. I'm hoping I get this video up tomorrow. Although I did just say earlier today I'm not going to be posting anything this week. This doesn't really count. This is not like something people are expecting me to make.
Yeah.
So, Katie, do you remember when, like, in early 2017, just out of nowhere, YouTube's like, hey, you can now make polls in the videos. And then, like, literally no creator ever did it because they didn't know the feature existed, except for me.
Yeah, they really didn't advertise it too well, did they?
No, not at all. And then YouTube's like, oh, no one seems to be using these, probably because we never actually told any creators these exist. And, like, the average viewer has no idea they exist, especially given the fact that, like, those stupid little iNotification cards are so goddamn small and, like, they're gray, so no one fucking sees them in the first place.
Yeah, that's so true.
I love that they got rid of annotations for those fucking pieces of shit.
I know. Oh, I still miss annotations.
Yes, annotations were actually a great fucking feature, except so many goddamn morons don't know how to use them correctly, so they ruin it for everyone.
I know. God damn it.
They were so much nicer. But then, yeah, YouTube has this channel called the Creator Insiders or whatever that I watch, where they talk about, like, new and upcoming features to the website and stuff. And, like, 3 weeks ago, in one of their videos, they said, so we noticed not a lot of creators are using polls. Do you think we should keep polls? And then it was a universal, yes, keep them. They're great. Just advertise them better. And then a week later, they're like, all right, so we're going to get rid of polls. It's like, what was the fucking point of asking?
Why? Why would they do that?
Because I think they already made the decision behind the scenes. They were also like, we want people to feel like they have a voice, so we're going to ask them. And they were hoping people would say, yeah, get rid of them. And then it realized people actually liked them.
Backfired.
They're like, oh shit. Oh, we didn't think that through.
Oh my god, way to go.
They're getting rid of them, which kind of sucks. So like I said, I don't think any other notification cards ever get clicked on.
No, I don't think so.
Cards leading to your channel get clicked on like 1% of the time or less. Cards leading to other videos have like a borderline 0% click-through.
Yeah.
And it's not just me. This is like, I've like talked to other creators and like people way bigger than me. They're all like, yeah, no one fucking clicks those things. They're such waste of space.
Yeah,
but
I feel
polls were like universally clicked on.
I know, why get rid of them? Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like most people just get to the next video on the side. They don't...
Yeah, well, that's why I would usually make my my iNotification cards advertise different videos altogether. Because I'm like, oh, at least I can put out that these other series exist, even if no one's going to see this.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, then yeah, as of tomorrow, they're going to get rid of the ability to add new polls, and they're also going to remove all data relating to pre-existing polls. And unlike when YouTube removed the Messenger, there's no way to just like kind of download all your poll data at once. Which is so weird. When YouTube got rid of the Messenger, you could download everything from it together in like one .zip.
Oh damn, I wish I knew that.
But like, it's not even that important, because I feel like there's not that much of the Messenger I cared about.
Yeah.
Poll data, on the other hand, I feel like is something people actually are going to want to look on. Because it's like analytical statistics.
It's important shit.
And YouTube's like, yeah, we're just literally going to pretend this never happened. Because they don't want people to know they're getting rid of a feature that was good.
I know. People who did use polls, they were like, this is a gold mine. Like, this is a great idea.
Oh, yeah. Interaction rates went up so high. So, anyway, I thought it'd be kind of cool to, like, look back on the different polls I've had throughout the channel. Just kind of, like, talk about different ones.
Yeah.
And so, I've actually kind of assembled a collection of different polls we can look at right here.
Sweet.
So, starting off, there's not really a whole lot of order to this. I kind of was just clicking through my channel and being like, I want to show some of these polls.
Yeah.
This is from the 12 Days of Fishmas series. I had polls very inconsistently on this series.
I remember that.
But for this video specific, I wanted to put a poll on it because it's a competition. Josh and I were racing together.
Good place for a poll.
Yeah, and so the poll question was, who are you rooting for in this race? And I thought it was interesting to see like how close the the ranking was there. Now, one thing to note is that for my own testing, polls only remember votes if a user made that vote within like the last 50 or so votes they made. So if you vote on 51 polls, YouTube will actually delete the data from like your original, like the first poll you voted on. And then if you vote on a 52nd poll, it'll delete the data from the second poll you voted on, and so on. So series that don't have a lot of like time longevity tend to not have as many votes on them, just because those people have voted on other polls since then has kind of removed their votes.
That's kind of weird.
It's kind of stupid, honestly.
Yeah.
So some of these are really low because like this is a series that people probably haven't watched since Christmas.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this was potentially higher back then. But still, I thought it was interesting that, like, Josh and I were very close, only one vote apart.
You were close.
One thing that I found very interesting, actually, was universally speaking, if it was a competition and Katie was involved, she always won.
Aww.
Like, 100% of the time.
I feel special.
And of course, this is a small one. We had some, like, much bigger competitions, and, like, Katie won every single time.
Wipe the floor with you guys.
With the exception of one series, which I'll get to in a little bit.
Yeah.
So this is another video where this wasn't quite a competition, but it's had like a little fun poll here, like do you prefer to play as the heroes or the villains in the Mos Eisley Assault? And villains are universally better because, let's face it, Force Choke is just broken in this game.
Yeah. I definitely agree with the results.
But I thought that was kind of funny because when I was a kid, most of my friends liked villains, but I had a few friends like, nah, man, the heroes are better. And like the villains have jetpacks and Force Choke.
Well, they're probably just the people who like to play as their favorite character.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I totally get that, but I thought that was kind of cool seeing the poll results there. And then the last one from I Joined the Click, God, I can't get over how bad those graphics are. But that was, what would you rate this game out of 10? And
most people say 1 to 2.
Yes, it was universally 1 to 2.
No one said a 7 to 8. Oh my god, one person said a 9 to 10. They might have been like
it's like ironic. It's like a joke. They're like, this game is beautiful and how terrible it is.
Yeah.
Because like there's not a single person that faces planet who thought this game was good.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that there's anyone who unironically believes this game is good.
Might have one elitist though.
No, I still feel like even kids playing this would be disturbed by the freaky ass faces.
Yeah. I know I would have been.
Yeah, like that doesn't look like Miranda Cosgrove.
It looks like a demon Miranda Cosgrove.
So, now we're going back here. This is actually the series that broke me out of the hiatus. It's crazy looking back in this, like, old-ass art and to see how far it's changed since then.
The chibi art.
Even though I still, like, reuse this background sometimes.
Really?
I just reused on the update video recently. So this series went up before I was integrating polls into my videos, but I actually went back and added polls. And I added polls to pretty much every episode of most Let's Plays. I'm not going to go over every single episode of every Let's Play here. That would take way too long.
Yeah.
But I just picked out a few of my favorite ones. So for the first episode of Nick News Tonight, there was, who's your favorite character in this game? And Danny Phantom wins by a landslide.
Who are all you freaks voting for SpongeBob? He was the worst character. Or did they mean like from their shows?
Well, one thing I've noticed is a lot of people who play this game when they were kids and haven't looked back on it just say SpongeBob was the best character because here's probably their favorite as a kid. That's who they played as.
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that like, just purely like ignoring who the character are, just talking about like the objective qualities of their movesets in this game, SpongeBob is the lowest tiered character.
I agree.
He has the least options in terms of combat.
Yes.
So like just not even a matter of opinion, just like talking about what he can do. He literally has a weaker version of Danny's punch. And like that's it.
It's terrible.
There's like Danny, like he's just so overpowered in this game. He's so and then like Timmy's good, and when you upgrade him, he's even better. Jimmy's actually, I think, the worst in the game starting off. But then once you upgrade him, he becomes, I'd argue, second best, actually. I think he's better than Timmy late game.
At least he was memey, too. Like,
yeah, and he was also funny.
Tiny. Like, all SpongeBob had was absorbing, which admittedly was amazing.
But, like, okay, the upgrade to absorb made it so that if you absorb something and then walked off the edge and land on an enemy, it would hurt them. So first off, you had to already have something nearby you could absorb.
Yeah.
You had to be able to walk off the edge, which meant the absorbing thing, like puddle had to be higher up than enemies, which I can't think of a single time in the game that came into play. Third, you had to walk off the edge, which meant you had to move painfully slow.
Yeah.
And then fourth, you had to land on the enemy, and I guarantee it probably did as much damage as your standard punch.
Yeah, probably.
It's like, there's a reason SpongeBob was so bad in that game.
Yeah, I really just wanted to walk around all absorbed, but like, it was too slow, and I was like, this isn't fun.
I love how I hate them all was an option. I tended to put, you could have a maximum of 5 different options here. And I always had to put like a joke one as at least one of them.
Yeah.
It's like a recurring thing I did here in the different polls. So then here on episode 2, Spiky Spoops, you can actually really see it here. That like this footage for like the thumbnail is way higher quality than the in-game footage.
Oh yeah.
That's because most screenshots I use for my thumbnails are actually not from the Let's Play. They're usually from an emulator.
Yeah.
So I get full like high resolution and usually a hacked camera angle. Like I don't think that's a normal camera angle in the game.
Yeah.
Just to make it look a little nicer. And this one I put, what's your favorite move in the game? And the winner was of course Jimmy's Let's Get Tiny Gun.
Okay, I had to see that one coming.
Under that, we have Timmy's Freeze Glove, which I was kind of surprised to see it be that high up. I don't remember that being particularly useful. I feel like of Emma's moves, that was one she used least.
Yeah.
I don't know what my criteria was for putting... I wanted to put like one move from every character, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know what my criteria was for like picking Freeze Glove over his other moves. And I put Danny's Overshadowing, because let's face it, the punch is just like straight up the best move in the game. It's quick, it's strong, that's it. But the Overshadow is just so much fun to mess around with.
Yeah.
And I put the Water Soak in there for you. I think you were the one who voted that.
I was gonna say, that was probably me.
then here in episode 9, you can really see here that the this is a hack camera angle with HD. I want to do like a video where we just like go through and talk about the making of each Let's Play.
That would be fun.
Because we could totally like, there's so much that went into making each series in this that maybe with this summer when we do like podcast style videos, we can do something like that.
Yeah, that'd be fun, I bet.
But here, this is kind of a fun poll, and that was, what level in this game do you find the most tedious? So I picked a variety of different like levels I find various degrees of tedium.
Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting. Again, like this is a very old series now, so like lots of the votes on this have probably been deleted just due to YouTube's time.
That's such a shame.
I know. I wish it would at least like have a record of it or something, but whatever.
No.
So I thought it was interesting that there's obviously not a lot of data for this one.
Yeah.
But Crocker's Fortress, I would say, is without a doubt, I think the most tedious level in this game, followed by Fantastic Voyage of Goddard. Fairy Town and Jellyfish Factory are both tedious, but I don't think they're as bad, honestly.
I would say Fairy World was one of my least favorites.
I don't know. Crocker's Fortress goes on for like 40 minutes, though.
Oh, God, yeah.
At least Fairy Town's over in like 20.
Yeah. I just keep thinking about those bouncy clouds, though.
Well, that was pretty bad. That's pretty bad. But like, what kills the Crocker Fortress level for me is that like, you keep going to rooms or just lock the door and you need to mash the attack button so the enemies are dead before you can move on to the next room. And then at the end you have to do like the 5 different challenges for like the Rainbow Bridge or whatever. Like, fuck that.
Oh, God, yeah.
And then Goddard, you had to constantly wait for Timmy to throw a nut into pools of acid to make a bubble over and over. Because the level design of this game is just like, we have a puzzle, it's just copy paste with no changes.
Yeah.
This game is so bad.
Oh, dear.
And then here, this actually is a screenshot from the Let's Play. Because I didn't feel like trying to stage something like this.
You can tell.
Because I didn't want in the emulator, I have to control all 4 characters at once. Like, while there's shit going on, it's just like, whatever. So you can tell, like, that's so much blurrier.
Yeah.
But here there's actually 2 polls. The first is, who do you think the MVP on the team was? And this is actually kind of interesting, because originally it was Emma.
Oh.
Emma was the MVP with, like, 50% of the votes.
I remember that.
A few years ago. Also, I swear I had more than 100 votes then. Like I said, it deletes votes over time.
Yeah.
Now Brooks is listed as the MVP, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Good for him.
And
I'm completely useless.
You were SpongeBob. You had really no potential to begin with. That said, I'm so surprised Emma is like so highly ranked there too.
Yeah.
I think it's like everyone thought I was the one doing best, except I was also the asshole who took all the money.
Oh my God, that made me so mad. I never got
In my defense, Danny had the tallest character model. The money would land on him before it would land on anyone else.
Yeah, true.
He would just get it because he was so tall.
And SpongeBob was really short.
He was the shortest. Why was he so short?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess he's oddly tall compared to the other characters, because shouldn't he be like the size of an actual kitchen sponge?
Yeah.
Now, here is Light Skin Pants, and this was kind of the start of 2 different trends. Almost every competitive project featured this poll, which is who do you want to win, the Let's Play or the project or the minigame or whatever. And like I said,
oh my God,
Katie by a landslide.
Holy shit. I'm very loved, I guess.
Yeah, every time you were at a competitive project, you were always voted as the one they wanted to win the most.
Boobs.
I guess. And this also started a trend when I was being very lazy with polls. So you might notice in like Nick Teams and I asked several like unique questions and stuff. Every episode was kind of like a unique question that only that episode had. A lot of series, I was being really lazy. I would just be like, what was your favorite level in this video? What was your favorite? And like just do that for every single video. So here, every world in this game consists of 3 minigames. So every single poll is just, what was your favorite minigame in this world?
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting order up's the highest here. That's actually my least favorite of the 3. I find it like too simple. The other 2 have like way more depth to them, I feel like.
Yeah, that's true. I see what you mean. Wow, over 300 votes. That's really good.
And the crazy thing is probably was more in the total lifespan of this video.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have any other Light Skin Pants ones here because they're all pretty much just like what was your favorite minigame.
Yeah.
And I think at the end I like re-asked this and it was like basically the same results.
Oh.
No one liked Thomas.
What? Oh, I just noticed that. Oh my God.
Here's another trend. Whenever Thomas was in the project, he was like universally the least liked for stuff like this. It was kind of funny.
What's wrong with Thomas?
Nothing, just no one wants him to win. So then I'm kind of moving along, actually jumping here to Mario Party 8 because this too was very much a project that was like all competitive. And every world in this, every like level in this had 4 videos to it, and I had a pattern every time. The first video I always asked who you're rooting for in this world. The second one was a unique question that only that video had, like what's your favorite candy, your favorite like mini game type, stuff like that, your favorite board. The third video was always who do you think's gonna win in part 4.
Oh, yeah.
And then in the fourth one it was always like who were you rooting for, kind of like rewording this one. And what's interesting here is I think early on, like you were winning, but then near the end it was exclusively Emma and Brooks.
Oh wow.
Because Brooks didn't get a single world in this Let's Play. And Emma was like, Emma almost won 3 worlds or something and had victory screwed from her at the last minute due to RNG. Like, literally, it was either last turn or even the post-game, like during the awards ceremony. She'd have victory screwed out of her.
Oh my god, I remember
My favorite was there was one where it's like, Emma's a guaranteed victory. The only way Emma won't win is if I get all 3 bonus stars and she doesn't get a single one. And I got all 3 bonus stars and she didn't get a single one.
You fucking did.
And then while looking through the stats, we saw if they had picked any other bonus stars other than those 3, Emma would have won. Because I wouldn't have gotten all 3. It's like, there was absolutely no way I should have won that board.
Yeah, I remember that.
Also, I like how Thomas, I put here as a joke.
6 people voted for him.
Yeah, they want him to win this because he's not here.
They only appreciate him when he's gone.
And then at the last video, instead of being like, who do you want to win this world, I wrote, who do you want to win this whole LP? And Emma has a little bit more attention here.
That's good.
That's good. Again, being an older video now, this is more than a year old, geez. A lot of the initial votes have like gone away. But
you misspelled my name.
Oh, yeah. Here's something that actually kind of pissed me off.
What?
You couldn't go back in to edit the text on a poll.
Really?
After you put the poll up. No.
Oh.
Because I think it was so that you don't like change the answers to like rig the results essentially. Like switch them so that whichever one you want to wins in first. But it's like, if I had a typo like that, it was just stuck there.
Darn.
The only way I change it would be delete the poll and create a new one.
Yeah, then you lose all the results.
Yeah.
So.
And then we also added this here, like what was your favorite recurring gag in this LP? And
my red spaces, that was hilarious.
Every single time you roll. My favorite thing is that like you roll like the triple dice.
Yeah.
And you went across the whole board and landed on a red space. And Brooks is like, you got the perfect number to land on another red space.
Yeah.
And Emma getting the gold in every fucking board. Sometimes multiple. For anyone who hasn't seen this Let's Play, there's this one fucking beautiful part where on the first turn, Emma's about to roll, and I say, watch her get the gold space. She gets it first turn. And then literally, the next turn, she's at the end of the gold space thing now, which would set her back to the beginning of the board. I said, watch her leave and then land on the gold space again. She left and then landed right back in the gold space and went right back to the free star. Like the first 2 turns, she got 2 free stars. Emma's luck was so stupidly good until the end.
Yeah.
Of every board.
Oh my god, that was crazy.
I'm just like, it was beautiful. There was another board where I think she landed on the gold space 5 times out of her 20 turns.
Oh yeah.
We're like, Emma, you land on the gold 1 out of every 4 turns. You landed on a gold space. How do you do that? Katie actually pointed out to me that I missed a secondary poll here.
Yes.
So, oops. That was which running joke do you think was funniest back in Nicktoons Unite, which is obviously going to be Let's Get Tiny. Although,
Let's Get Tiny.
Can I Absorb It was pretty popular too. We had people quoting that a few times.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me happy.
We had that. I mean, Let's Get Tiny, straight up just meme material. I don't know why we don't have a Let's Get Tiny emote on the Discord server yet.
Oh, we need one.
I don't know why we haven't. Because it's like, I can literally just rip the sprite from the game. I don't have to crop it out.
Yeah, that like little Jimmy head.
Yeah.
Make it.
So now we're moving into the selection of polls I picked out from Piglet's Big Game. And this one was somewhere in the middle of like the unique questions and like the recycled questions every time. Every single video where we introduced a new brave face, I just asked, how do you rate this brave face?
Yeah.
In terms of like how terrifying it was. And it was the exact same ones copy pasted every time.
I remember that.
Yeah, and which brave face was this? God, the fact that like we record this in 30 FPS, it like looks so choppy. This game's meant for 60. Oh, it's that one, which is way scarier when Piglet actually does as opposed to the weird Piglet skin.
Yeah, true.
But in addition to those, every video where there was not a brave face, I added unique polls. So like, for instance, this is the episode where Piglet was really fucking pissed at Rabbit and wanted to kill him.
Oh my god,
so I said,
remember that.
How do you think the pig should punish Rabbit? In which the winning option was place him in the labor camp.
Oh my god, quickly followed by test new brave faces on him. Lock him in with the heffalumps, crash him in the train again.
Or some other abuse.
Oh my god.
So this one here is also another like, how would you rate this brave face poll? Except this isn't actually for a brave face. This is for that like weird glitch face we got when we played the level where like Piglet's face like clipped through itself.
Yeah.
We just like treated that like it was one of the brave faces.
That was great.
That was so beautiful that was just like a thing that happened.
Yeah, that was the last thing I was expecting.
And then I think this is one of the last Piglet ones I have listed here, but this is where we kept hyping up for like Owl's like a secret villain in this game because he's just so sketchy and not trustworthy.
He is.
So I put down like, do you trust Owl right now? Like in this game? And like
pure evil.
And like I like how mixed this is. Like someone's like, he's hiding something.
Yeah.
I don't trust Owl.
I don't either.
I'll address them for you in a second in this game.
No.
And then this one here. Oh, actually. This channel got deleted, I guess.
Oh.
I remember that I linked to a channel of someone because they told us how you could like tell how much health an enemy had based on their animations.
Mm-hmm.
And I linked to a channel, which was kind of funny because I remember it was just like favorited Vor videos.
What?
I want to say the username was Kitty Mocow, but don't quote me on that. But it looks like it's gone, so I guess I'll never be able to see his top favorite Vor.
Oh, darn. What a pity.
My day has been ruined. My disappointment is immeasurable. But I didn't know that. That's actually kind of interesting that, like, it just, like, yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
That just kind of, like, has the card still there, but it's empty.
Yeah.
Anyway, so in this one, I had to, we, like, showed off a montage of the different Heffalump and Woozle animations for their attacks, and I asked everyone what their favorite of each kind was. So favorite Heffalump was,
really?
actually the basic one. I always thought Tuba was my favorite.
Oh, Sweepy's the best
Sweepy's
Heffalump.
pretty good. Although let's face it, Jackpot's the most terrifying.
Oh, yeah, I hate him.
Although his jump scare is, like, not that bad for how terrifying he normally is.
Yeah.
Then for Woozle, which one's your favorite? I do like hide and seek a lot.
He's probably my favorite.
I find it kind of funny that basic Heffalump was the most popular, but basic Woozle's the least popular.
That's so funny, as I feel like basic Woozle's better than basic Heffalump.
Yeah, I feel like basic Woozle's great, and like basic Heffalum's kind of boring.
Yeah, because I love the scream that basic Woozle does when he's... Yeah.
I love how just like he stomps, then he pauses for a second, then he goes, ah, and just like spreads his hands open like jazz hands. Yeah. He's like so confident he doesn't even need to scream to scare. Because like, everyone's just like, ah!
He's just so confident in himself.
Like, ah! Like that's it. That's the extent of what he does.
I think he should have more votes.
He should, but too bad the poll's going away. Although, I don't know, Sassy Gay Woozle pretty... All the Woozle are great except for Sporty Woozle.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the last one is, what was your favorite of the miscellaneous monsters? Which, let's face it, the Scary Door is objectively the best one. Like, if you think it's the tree or the Granosaurus, your opinion is wrong, and you should feel very bad.
Granosaurus!
Because the Scary Door...
Yeah, the Scary Door is great.
Let's put his fucking jump scare in here. That's so terrifying.
I hate it so much.
Then here I just picked one out of Goblet of Fire. This is much like Pitiless Big Game or what was the other one? Nicktoons Unite, in that like they were like unique questions every time. Mm-hmm. This was, I only picked the first one here because I thought this was probably the best poll. The others were a little lazy. I could tell I was kind of just like struggling, like, oh god, there's like nothing to talk about in this game. What do I ask people about?
Yeah.
That was, what's your favorite character?
Hermione.
And I love, first off, Hermione just winning. But I love that, like, it's like Hermione's hot, Harry's fast. Wrong, he's a ginger.
That's what you like about him.
He's ginger, that's it. Also, this is the only art of Brooks where he doesn't have sunglasses on.
Oh yeah, Brooks' eyes reveal.
That's so weird. Then here's Yoshi's Island, which was another one that was like kind of the same question every time.
Yeah, just what was your favorite?
It was just what was your favorite level in each episode, and we just listed. We did 3 an episode, with the exception of this first one. We also did the tutorial level because we needed to anyway to get to like 3 in every episode after that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool like seeing what people's favorite levels were.
Yeah, no, it was definitely.
I did admittedly kind of do the style question in most videos, which is why we're not showing off the vast majority of them. But of course, I thought you'd want to see this.
Oh, yeah. You guys know where it's at.
Best level in the game.
That is my favorite.
I should have just had a joke answer saying, like, Shy Guys on Stilts a second time.
Yeah, no, it should have been all of the options. Shy Guys on Stilts.
And I picked this one out because that's my favorite level in the game.
Oh, hell yeah.
That level's so good. Who the hell voted for items are fun?
Oh my god, get lost.
Like, not only is it the worst of these 3, but, like, Endless World of Yoshi's so good.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Sly Cooper is another one where it's just kind of like, what was your favorite level in this video? And I always did the like mission names. I think I did the same thing in Galaxy, although I don't think I have any polls of Galaxy in our lineup here. It was like the same thing. I just put down like the mission names, like what was your favorite mission here?
Yeah.
Although here's something too. The character limit on the poll options is very small. It's something tiny, like a stealthy approach here takes up like most of the characters that they allow you.
Yeah, I remember that.
So there are so many times I have to like shorten a level name or like word a sentence so awkwardly to make it fit in the character limit.
Yeah.
I always hated that about this. And then I think it was probably the last one of just like the samey poll questions, but in Road to Smash Ultimate, every single poll had the exact same one here of what do you think at the stage, with the exception of the kind of compilation videos we had at the end of each Smash game where we went over the stages that weren't coming back. In which case it was like, which of these stages would you most want to see back?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I did actually manage to fit all of them in because I don't think there's a single game that had more than 5 stages missing except for the combined version of Smash 4, but then I had 2 separate polls, one for 3DS and one for Wii U. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that grand finale video that's like an hour long.
Yeah, Peach's Castle is a good stage.
Yeah, that's pretty fun one. And then Luigi's Mansion is a little different in that it still is asking like what was your favorite thing from like this video most of the time, although there are a few unique questions in here, such as in part 1 of the Rank H run. I asked which rap was your favorite when we did different raps to the controller beat.
Oh my god.
Controller duet shared the best. And so that I hate rap.
I don't blame you.
But then most of them were just like, who was your favorite portrait ghost in this? I think the Rank H Let's Play was entirely like, what was your favorite portrait ghost? And the Pal Hidden Perfect was like, what was your favorite room? Each video.
Yeah.
So it was just like, which of these portrait ghosts you like best? And kind of as Lydia's the least.
Yeah, Neville really.
Neville's pretty popular. And here, of course, I had to include this one. See the title? Fuck Sir Weston? What was your favorite ghost in this episode? Those are the only options I allowed.
Oh my god.
Because fuck Sir Weston.
Yo,
such a piece of shit.
He is a piece of shit. I hate it.
No one you're not allowed to like him.
Oh man, this is making me want to watch these series again.
I have gone back and watched most of these series at least once. This one I really want to do like a podcast this summer, just like talk about the different series, like the making of the behind the scenes in each one. Mm-hmm. Then here for Pal Hidden Perfect. I love the art there of like Josh getting sucked up.
Oh no.
As a reference to the Frank Zappa poster he jumped out of.
Oh god.
But on the first episode, since we only really did like the one room, I asked like, what have you ever done a perfect score run? And not many people have done a perfect score run of the PAL version. I'm not sure if I believe 4 people have done that.
Yeah.
At the very least, I'd be surprised to find 4 people did the perfect score of the PAL version and also fought the bosses in the Hidden Mansion. Because I know there's someone else on YouTube, like years before my series went up, that claimed they did a perfect score run at the PAL Hidden Mansion, except they actually fought all 4 bosses in the normal mansion because your save file carries over when you switch like to the easy mode. And like, you literally didn't do it, dude. Like
You're a cheater.
It's so much it is exponentially easier to fight those bosses and not take a hit in the normal version. Like, you don't deserve that title. I did it first. I'm the one who did it first.
You did the real deal. I remember that. That was painful.
Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm never, ever doing that again.
No.
But then after that, pretty much every episode was just like, what was your favorite room? Although I kind of had fun including like the stairwells.
The stairwell was like 3 people's favorite room.
Interestingly enough, every video had 5 rooms or less. So I was able to fit a poll for every room, or for every video.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, and I didn't have to leave any rooms out, which is nice. So that was just like good luck, good coincidence on our part. And here...
what is that thumbnail?
That's a screenshot from the game.
I forgot that happened.
Seductive Danny.
Oh my goodness.
This series actually didn't have any polls except for this last episode. One of the poll questions was, should we LP the Nicktoons sequels? And
oh god.
I love how
don't make me do it.
65% of people are like, I love those games.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, oh my god. All 4 of the Nicktoons games I feel like could fit in a bottom 10 games of all time list. Like there's, and I've only played 2 of them, and man, like maybe I'm wrong, and the 3rd and 4th ones are so amazing. Except almost everyone's universally said that the 3rd and 4th ones are progressively worse than the first 2. And I'm like,
got to see for ourselves.
I'm not looking for it one day, but
should we suffer? 10 people want us to.
Someone's like, nah, play something you enjoy, and someone else like, don't ruin my childhood.
At least they're honest.
But I liked this poll a lot. That was, who's your favorite boss in this game? And
level designers. Oh my god.
I guess calling them designers might be giving them too much credit.
Yeah.
They didn't really design anything.
Yeah, they kind of just like
they kind of just like shat on their computer, and whatever keys their poop droplets happen to hit to program the level.
Oh my god.
That's basically how they design levels in this game. But I thought it was kind of funny. Literally no one liked the Magu.
He was such a
I love how, like, Judge Leslie were saying, like, the Magu's, like, the lamest fucking villain. And then, like, everyone in the comments like, yeah, the Magu kind of sucks. He's so lame.
I remember I liked the Great Carapace. Either that or I just liked his name. I
think you liked his name because that was the boss where we had to aim at him, but we didn't have aiming reticules.
Oh, yeah.
So you had to just blind fire for the entire boss fight without being able to see what you were aiming at.
Oh, I remember that. Fuck that.
Yeah, that was unplayable. And this is the second best Nicktoons game. Just to give people an idea of how bad these are.
Oh my god.
Madagascar's another series I didn't really have any polls on. I think it's just because I didn't have any ideas what we could ask about. Because it's like, I don't know too much about this franchise. It was funny because like I watched the Penguins TV show and I saw all 3 of the movies, but it's not really much of a franchise. Like that's really all there is to it.
Yeah.
And like this game and the second game. But I just asked here, what was your favorite character to play as? And
Alex. Alex.
Yeah, Alex. Again, best character. He just controls so nice. I mean, nice for this game standards. This is a great game, but the controls are so ass.
Yeah.
And then I have one of the Pets Cast 2 ones.
Shit.
The series had almost no questions in it. Although, I did happen to see this one.
Would you bring Livelet the match? Not till he plucks his eyebrows. Oh, once he plucks his eyebrows, then maybe we'll talk about it. Depends on my mood.
What? Do you think Livelet ever plucks his brows?
No, I don't think he ever has once in his life.
That... Depends on my mood. Oh, and there was a poll here, too, and that was, who do you think belongs in the cage?
Both of them. No one thinks Victor should be in there, though.
Well, people do. Most people do.
Yeah.
There's only one person who thinks Victor shouldn't be in.
Yeah.
And then that there would actually be it for, like, the kind of collective of polls I brought up. But then I have a few specific series where I brought up multiple entries from the same series. So going through these one by one, we actually have here is kind of like assorted videos that don't really fit into any series. I kind of combined them together here.
Yeah.
For the Knife Hunter Frights race, there was, who are you rooting for in this race? It's kind of funny. Like... I know channel bias because it's my channel, but it's like I was expecting everyone else to have more than me, like to some degree, like more than this. Like I didn't expect to win by such a landslide to this.
Oh my goodness.
And they're like, who do you want to come back in future races? And people want the same group of 4 together, which is actually kind of unfortunate. I do plan to have all these people back in race projects again, but I don't have any plans to bring all 4 of them back in the same race.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have variety.
No, I do. I like to mix up different groups, get different groups of people together.
Yeah, it's fun to see how different people interact with other people.
I actually do have plans, not to go into too much detail, but I am considering, by considering I mean I really want to do, it's going to depend on logistics, to do a race this summer, which would actually be a 6-person race of a game, and only 1 player from this race would be coming back for that.
I don't remember who you told me it was.
You'd remember if I reminded you.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought that was kind of cool to see there. This video is so amazing.
That was really funny.
Then here, in our old ass Pets Cats 2 fishbowl.
Oh my god.
There's who's your favorite character here? This is before Manzurp existed.
Oh, before the birth of Manzurp.
Poop Dick was just what I happened to type in as the name for this series.
We haven't forgotten about you, Poop Dick.
Not yet, but Manzurp kind of replaced him. And then similarly in the end of which one do you hate the most?
Sai.
Universally Sai.
Yeah, either Sai or Charles.
They're both so unlikable.
But Sai, I always hated him. I love that thumbnail.
And then just other fishbowl one here.
Yeah.
This one I actually might use when deciding future fishbowls. No guarantee of that because I don't have any plans to actually do any more Scooby-Doo related anything on the channel going forwards. But if I ever do, I'll definitely take this into account for deciding Scooby-Doo movies.
Yeah.
And then here on the Piglet Fishbowl, it's very similar. It's did you ever play this game as a kid? And
it scared me. It scared most people.
Yeah, everyone was scared of this game.
It scared adult me.
Yeah. This game is just so weird. And then, of course, I love how it's cards are more effective when they're not too close together. It's like, fuck off, YouTube.
Fuck off, YouTube. You've taken
cards are
them
not
away.
effective in general, YouTube.
Yeah.
Only poll cards are to begin with. But this being the last video I have with polls in it, I decided to make every card a poll here.
Yeah.
So, what do you want for future fishbowl videos? Want them all to premiere? Which looks like people want them to premiere, so I guess I'll do that.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Then when would you like them to premiere? See, the thing is, I'm much more leaning towards this time than this time. Yeah. I will take into account the fact that this is when most people want them to premiere, but this just works so much better for me to be present for the premiere. Yeah. I'm almost never available at 3:30.
Yeah,
I have videos scheduled to go off then. Then over here, it's are people interested for the Smash tournament?
Hell yeah.
Oh, it sounds like no, I hate Smash.
Oh no. Well, you don't have to participate.
You don't have to participate then. You're a loss. I mean, look, it's Smash Ultimate. You're not losing that much, but...
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to do that this summer. It's just going to be a matter of setting up everything, and apparently there might be legal restrictions to look into before we start that.
Yeah.
Then here it's, do you want to join a Tomodachi Life episode? Someone actually voted for no, I'm boring and hate fun.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah, I wish we could cure your boringness. And then, of course, do you want to see Tomodachi Life contests? People said they want to see hidden hammer tappings. Amazing, no one's found any yet.
Yeah, I know. I've seen one.
You found at least one.
Yeah.
But then I feel like all of these are probably going to happen because that was the most voted. Which means if people want to do fan art or get to guessing and stuff, and there are some people who don't want to have fun.
Oh my god.
There are 2 people here. Only one person said they weren't fun before.
Uh-oh. More people are getting boring.
It's spreading. It's a disease.
Whoever voted for they want to draw fan art, draw the fan art. I really want to see it.
Yeah, I'm curious to know. Will it be like Kato and Daniel fighting? Now here, I actually have like specific series blocked out. So this is Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem with Josh. Josh ended up asking a question of the day in every single video, and most of them translated really well into polls.
Oh, yeah.
So just a few I want to show off here. This is like, who's your favorite member of the Mystery Gang? Mm-hmm. I know you voted Fred.
Hell yeah. I love Fred.
I mean, Undercover Cop Shaggy. Even though this Let's Play was recorded before that joke existed. Mm-hmm. Which is kind of funny because we uploaded the Knife Wonder Fights video where we made that joke before this Let's Play went up.
Oh, yeah.
But this Let's Play was recorded like 6 months before the first episode went up. Mm-hmm. And then another one here is, who would you split up in the Mystery Gang with?
Velma. That's probably the best option. Although, you know, Fred, he's pretty great.
Ultra Chad?
Likes him. No one likes Ultra Chad.
Why does no one like him? Look how beautiful he is.
I know. He's such a beautiful human.
And then here it's what's your favorite incarnation of Scooby-Doo? I put this one here because I was kind of surprised to see What's New Scooby-Doo was the most popular.
Interesting.
It's a good one, but like...
Not the original.
Yeah, I mean, I expected the original to get a lot. I expected Mystery Incorporated to be up there, but I was shocked to see this above both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, that is a really good one, I think.
Which one is that?
2002, 2005. It kind of like took the original show and just kind of modernized it.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like the original show, but like set in 2003.
Okay.
It is really good, actually. So, and then this here, this is kind of a fun one. It's which villain do you like more? Josh and I each created a different Scooby-Doo villain idea. I wanted to put this here because it was kind of funny that like no one liked Josh's villain.
Oh my god! What? Do you remember what it was?
I don't fucking remember. I haven't watched the series in years. But I thought that was funny when I was looking through all the polls. We're like, what the fuck? No one liked Josh's villain.
Oh my god.
One thing I've noticed, okay, whenever it's like me and Josh like against each other in a poll, it's always me. I wonder how you and Josh would fare against each other. If Josh would actually beat you, it's like a rock, paper, scissors.
I have to
You
know.
beat me, I beat Josh, Josh beats you. And then here's, would you go to Scrappy's funeral?
Oh my goodness. Just to be polite, just went, nope.avi, hell no. Not in a million years.
A number of people are being pretty nice about it, looks like.
Yeah. And some decent people in the world.
And then this one I wanted to put up because I think this is a great example of how goddamn passive fandoms can be, especially the Scooby-Doo fandom. Suppose your least favorite version of the Scooby-Doo series, and Be Cool won despite actually being a pretty good incarnation.
Is that the one with the horrendous art style?
Yes, the art is horrible. The animation looks so bad, but honest to God, the series itself isn't bad at all.
Yeah.
And I put all these terrible ones here. It's like, you really think Be Cool is worse than this fucking garbage? Or this fucking garbage? Or this fucking garbage? Or this, like, universally despised fucking garbage? It's really just the art of this is bad.
Yeah, I saw an episode of it. It wasn't that bad.
No, like, the Scooby-Doo fandom is just like, oh, it's different, so I hate it. Like, these might be worse, but, like, they're closer to the traditional Scooby-Doo, so I like them more. I guess that's fair, but, like, I don't know. I feel like so many people discount this just because the animation looks so terrible.
Yeah.
But, like, really, I thought the script was so many miles above this fucking trash. I gotta show you this series here. I would put this as one of the worst cartoons of all time.
Oof.
It is unwatchable.
Is that Flim Flam?
Yes. There's a character in this who makes Scrappy-Doo look tolerable.
Oh, God.
Anyone who says Scrappy's the worst character in the series probably hasn't seen 13 Ghosts.
Oof. Big oof.
Because I would much rather have a series about Scrappy than Flim Flam.
Oh, my God.
And then right here, I thought this was kind of funny. That was, who would you want to direct a Scooby-Doo film? And people really want me to make one. Okay, maybe.
You should.
Get Katie and I rich and famous from Katie's graphic novels, and I'll make TV adaptations of her graphic novels, and then move into making Scooby-Doo films the rest of my life. Literally, you do this, you make it so that like Katie and I get TV adaptations of her graphic novels funded by fucking Elon Musk. Who's the rich guy? Is he the rich guy who like sends shit into space?
I don't know.
I think he is. Yeah, get me that, and then I'll to give back to the community, make a new Scooby-Doo film every 3 to 5 years.
Wow, that would be amazing.
For the rest of my life. If you get Katie's work popular enough to get it TV adaptations.
Hey.
Also, I like how M. Night Shyamalan was one of the options.
God, a Stanley Kubrick Scooby-Doo film.
That would be so fucking weird. Go out for a bit of the old ultra-violence on the night. Then here it's, what would you rate this game out of 10 for Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem? I wanted to bring this up because that was interesting, just like how varied reactions were to this. A 7 or an 8 is way too fucking high for what I would call like a bottom 5 game of all time.
Yeah.
This game is like unplayable trash. It's like a 9 or a 10, really?
Wow, 4 people.
Really? 4 nostalgic people.
Yeah.
Oof. To each their own, but...
Whatever you say.
I don't see it at all. God, I think this game's unplayable. And then this is something I thought was funny too. What's your least favorite chapter? everyone, Chapter 4 is so hated. It came in second place here. I thought that was the only part of the entire game that was fun.
Really?
It was like logic puzzle. Here's why. Everyone hyped up like this pipe puzzle being so bad. And the reason why is because the pipe puzzle was a logic puzzle, which meant that you need to actually fucking think. And so it's every other puzzle in this game, which is literally just bullshit that you just need to know already. And they like that because as kids, they had infinite time to manage to figure that out, which means that now as adults, they can go back and get through those puzzles in 10 seconds. But the pipe puzzle requires actually thinking, so people don't like it. And I'm like, no, I fucking like this because I could fucking do it. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, you just had to put on the costume and then go down the ladder and then talk to the one guy who was previously an enemy, even though at no other point in this game could you go near an enemy and talk to them while he had a costume on. Like, that is an objectively worse puzzle. Fight me on that. Because there's no puzzle there. It's just you know how to do it or you don't. I like the pipe puzzle because it's like, you know, okay, I see how to do this. This is logic, just moving things around in confined spaces. I can do that.
Yeah, people really hate those logic puzzles in video games.
Because people don't like to think. And if you're playing Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem, I guess that's why.
Yeah.
But, you know I'm just doing this all in fun, right? Like, I don't actually hate people. I just like to be a dick when I make videos and stuff. And this one I put here to be an ultra dick. Speaking of being a dick, I put this poll here. I put this poll here in this video just to be a dick. At the time of making this, Josh and I were going to Let's Play Scooby-Doo Unmasked, which, as you should now know, is not something we're ever going to do.
Oh, yeah.
So I brought this here to remind y'all I'm never going to do it.
Nice.
But, I liked the answers here. Like, hell yeah, I was born excited to know my parents don't love me.
Oh my god.
This is why, like, I hope you all know, like, whenever I'm an asshole in these videos, I am just doing it for fun. Like, I really don't mean harm for people, but it's like, I love the fact that people voted for this.
I know. Well, they probably had senses of humor then.
Yeah, and, like, I'm never fucking Let's Playing Unmasked.
But you are gonna do a series with Josh again, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
But not Scooby-Doo Unmasked.
Yeah.
Josh and I were talking about that, and Josh's like, yeah, no, fuck Unmasked. He said, like, I think he said, like, he played around or was looking at gameplay. It's like, yeah, that does look worse than Mystery Mayhem. Mystery Mayhem was already unplayable. It's like, I just don't want to play that trash. So, let's just go from one Scooby-Doo game to another, with the 900 Frights review.
Oh, yes.
So, I had, like, your standard questions. I asked a unique question every video of this, and, like, I don't really care about the results of this. I just kind of put this here because it would rank higher on interactions. But I thought this was kind of cool. So many people were excited for me to share their game with you.
Aw.
Yeah, which, like, I was really happy to say that so many people, like, wanted to see that.
Yeah, I feel like people like blind reactions to things.
This is, like, one of my favorite thumbnails ever.
I love the Zoo Hunter. And the Magu is there.
And Metalface and Kamek and, like, just enemies from different games we've played.
I had no fucking idea how to draw the Mongu or the Magu because there was no clear image of him. So I was just
because no one fucking played Volcano Island. And this one here I picked out because I thought you'd enjoy the results of this poll.
It's your favorite. The crabs.
How much do you want to bet that your obsession with the crabs would influence this?
It probably had a little bit of an influence.
Then here, I just thought that was interesting. No one likes the turkey leg or the ice cream.
Oh, turkey legs are good.
Those are like my favorite. I thought the cake was like the worst because I hate cake, but I think the hamburger's probably my actual favorite. But
oh yeah.
Then here, there are 20 classic enemies in the game, and there are 4 areas in the game. I managed to divide it up so that I'd be able to assign essentially 4 different enemies to being from each area, so that every enemy appears on a different pole at least once, which is kind of cool that we got to do that.
Yeah. So
I just want to show it off for that, because that's a little tidbit of information that's going to be lost forever tomorrow.
So sad.
Then here's another cool one. It's like, what do you think is the scariest area in this game? And like, yeah, the torture dungeon.
The torture dungeon for sure, yeah.
Because what the fuck is wrong with this game? There's a skeleton hanging there.
Oh my god.
Here's another fun one. I managed to put every single power-up in a poll at least once. So what's your favorite offensive power-up? There's also like one where it's like, what's your favorite useless power-up? And then this was interesting too. It was, have you ever gone for 100% game completion? I was surprised to see how many people have actually done that.
Is that just like in games in general?
For this game specifically,
okay.
I think.
Oh, I see.
I don't actually remember what the context was if we like said something in the video. And then of course, what was your favorite boss of the game? Which, let's face it, the Mastermind.
The Mastermind. He had a great theme.
Oh, well, speaking of themes, literally the next poll was your favorite boss song. And Spooky Scary Skeletons is up there because we made the fake boss with Spooky Scary Skeleton Man.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is why I want to do like just a making of it, just talk about like different ideas that went into everything.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Then here's another short one. This is Monog.
Monog.
Which we did have a question in every video of this. This was a short of Let's Plays, kind of put them all in here because a lot of them were fun here. It's like, you know, so are you a Bionicle fan? And a lot of people had the toys or look back on it fondly. And there's one person who never heard of it. It's like, God,
under a rock?
You must be young. No, someone young, probably.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Because, like, if you were born in, like, 2006, I could totally... You would have been 4 years old by the time Bionicle G1 ended. Yeah. And then, like, no one cared about G2. Mm-hmm. And even when you were alive, Bionicle's way past its prime. Yeah. So it's like, the prime was, like, 2001 to, like, 2004. Mm-hmm. So, like, I totally get, like, people who are younger than me kind of, like, it's past them. You know, it was before their time. Yeah. But I was so surprised to see how many people watched the series. The series did really well. This was a fun one. I really enjoyed this one because I love this game. Yeah. And then just the cool little, like, what was your favorite power? I wish I could put, like, all the different masks from this game here. Yeah. But I just picked a few of the coolest ones, I thought. Mm-hmm. No one else had other, so I guess people agree those are the coolest ones. Yeah, I guess so. And I thought this was fun. Would you ever play Coley? Would you ever play Coley? I would. Except I'd probably suck. I don't know. It looks dangerous. So apparently 3 people already started leagues. Oh, wow. I would love to see that. Yeah, please film it. I'd love to watch what that would look like in real life. Yo. And then, like, what was your favorite location in this game? Again, just, like, I wish I could have more options here, because I would put, like, all the locations in the game here, like, all, like, 6 or 7 of them. Yeah, I like the mines. And then here's a fun one, just what was your favorite? The Rahi. Puku. I love Puku. Puku's great. So many people love the bugs. I like the bugs. Oh, the bugs are awesome. Yeah. I like drawing them, too. Drawing them getting impaled by Tamaru's arrow. And then what was your favorite village? Again, just another one was like, I wish we had more room because we left out one village, clearly. Yeah. But I left out Takaro because I'm like, well, we didn't really do anything there. It was kind of just aesthetic. Yeah. And then, of course, who's your favorite member of the company? And I just split this up in 2 polls. I'm like, I can't leave just someone out. Yeah, yeah. That would be terrible. So, I split them across 2 polls. Nice. Teipu. Teipu's pretty popular. And then here was, what's your favorite minigame? Which I think there's only 5 minigames, so I actually got them all here. Oh, good. They're all really good. I love, like, all the minigames in this game, except for... I'm not the biggest fan of this minigame, but... Does it really count as a minigame? I would say so. It's like the Lost Woods in Zelda. Like, you're stuck there going in loops until you get the correct path. I see. So I'd say it's kind of a minigame. And, of course, who's your favorite Tella? Batu. He's the best. It's so funny, because brown sets apparently sold the worst. That makes me so sad. Because everyone's racist. He's brown. I mean, I always thought Batu was a great one. Yeah, but... his kicky foot. And of course, we have to have this. If people wants to play Monog too, which has been so resoundingly positive that I think it's more or less guaranteed we will eventually play Monog too. I would love to. My concern is I don't know if we'd be able to easily commentate Monog 2 because it's so much longer in this game and so much less good. Yeah, but at the same time, you play as Holly, like the Ultra Thought Holly. I mean, she can make anything interesting. So, I don't know, maybe we could lean into that angle. But like someone was like, yeah, Monog 2 fucking sucks. No, don't torture yourself. Please don't. And then I think this brings us actually to the last of the different polls I have selected here, and this would be Tomodachi Life. I've loved these polls. Yeah, I had a unique poll for like every episode here too, so it's you know, what are you excited for in the series? Pretty much everyone says everything. Everything is great. I don't blame them. Yeah. There's a lot going on here. Do you ship Kato and Neb? Yeah. They're my OTP. Draw fan art of them, please. That'd be so beautiful. Look at how happy they are together. Yeah. Neb looks too tall there, though. Maybe he's sitting on a booster seat. I think it's more just this is like your Dark Age art. Yeah. Like, Tomodachi Life's early art is like so not up to your standard. Same thing with like the 900 Frights art. I love the banner for that art, but like those characters are not up to your standard at all for the time. No. They just look at whenever we do our podcast stuff, we'll like talk about your different art phases and how like 2019 was just such a dark age. 2019, yeah, it was just a big pile up through like shit. The Monog art was just like so hit or miss. Yeah. Who do you want to write a song next? I hope everyone's satisfied with Operation Neb. Yeah, Operation Neb. Then I like this too. We were asking people like, how do you want to learn more about Cambridge Circle? Which I had to cut off there because it wasn't long enough. Cam Circle. People want to release the drafts on Discord, which is interesting because you don't actually really have drafts. You more have like a proof of concept and story bibles. Yeah. So, which I did word wrong because I was calling those drafts, but that's not really accurate. Yeah. And more people want Tomodachi Life characters. I think right now, Tomodachi Life characters are the best way to introduce them. I agree. And this is just like another thumbnail. It's like, you could have drawn that so much better, I feel like. Yeah. She looks so off model. Yeah. It's like one of the better ones. From the Dark Age. But, yeah. We'll have just one video talking about like the different art and stuff. Yeah. And then here, people wanted Kato to propose to Neb. Oh my god. And she did. She did. She definitely did, but... luckily, no one wants them to split up. They're great. How could you hate Kato and Neb? Everyone just wants them. Then here's just another simple one. Like, do you like these two as a couple? A lot of people like those OTP, although I do like it sounds like high school couples never last. I mean. Then here, this is. I love the idea of this thumbnail so much. He wants his bath. Is Neb cute?
Isn't that because Dakota asked? Like, she said Neb is such a cutie.
And like the way like a little pug is cute.
Yeah.
So they're like, these are OTP because we were like trying to ship characters so hard at the beginning or to get like our couples together for children.
Yeah. People like them, which is good. They're cute.
I kind of like this poll too. It's what do you think of Fred? And who the heck is Fred?
He's only in the thumbnail.
No, people like him.
Yeah.
I think it's because like we hardly saw him in this episode or something.
Yeah.
We had a lot of episodes like that.
I enjoy this thumbnail.
Whose side are you taking this fight? Looks like everyone agreed with us that Daniel's in the right.
Oh yeah, because Kato probably started it. Let's be honest.
We know for a fact she did.
Yeah.
And do you want to see these two get together? I like this one. Now they have no chemistry because he's a chemist. And then of course we have. What do you think of Operation Neb?
It's a banger.
Yeah, absolute banger. Of course, the best option is Neb.
Yeah, that's the best way to express your thoughts on it.
And then, what's your favorite part of the series? Because this is kind of like the end of the first act where we're getting the couples together. Because then from that point forward, it's just more like random freaks getting introduced.
Yeah, I like getting couples together.
That is a fun part of the game. Although, seeing everyone interact, I think, is probably my favorite part too, honestly.
Yeah.
Although meeting the newbies is always a fun time. This is kind of funny too. It's like, would you befriend Sarah? And felt like, no, I'd ask her on a date instead.
No, she's a bit intimidating.
I wonder if Josh voted for that, which would be so ironic because he's dating her now and Tomodachi. Like,
yeah, that'd be so funny. No, they don't want to be her friend, but they'd ask her on a date.
Well, I mean, I think it's implied that that's like the next step. Like, yeah. I'd want to go further than just being friends. I like this too. How would you rate Neb's face?
Neb's funny faces were always terrible.
They were terrible. Everyone agrees they're so... Like, Neb, these are terrible.
Too.
This is kind of fun here too. Like, would you befriend Josh after that song? We just like talked about killing everyone on the island. Yes, Josh needs more friends.
Well, it's good.
Good. No one hates Josh.
Yeah, it's good. No one hates him, and his song didn't scare anyone away.
I thought this was a fun one too. Do you think Shaggy's gonna bust hammer tapping?
Watch out.
Watch out, hammer tapping. He's on to you. Like $10. You fool. Fool of a toque. And then, well, your favorite couple in the series, of course.
This was so fun. Josh and Sarah is tied with Dakota and James. This is so funny.
Because they're so adorable together.
They are.
And then, of course, last poll we're going to show off in this video. Who is best girl? It says right there, but just in case you weren't sure, it's Kate. Kate is best girl.
Of course.
Like, there's pretty much, like, it's probably a law somewhere. It says she's best girl.
It is written down.
It is written. And then with that, that's actually pretty much all we were going to show off in terms of the different polls. Obviously, there's a lot more on my channel that are going to be lost forever tomorrow.
Yeah, so sad.
It's fine. I just kind of like wanted to go through and like show off some of my favorite ones. Some of the ones I didn't want to be lost forever.
Yeah.
And, oh God, gonna miss the polls.
Goodbye, polls.
Oh, goodbye. Where are they going?
Well, I guess they're gonna go to the community post.
Yeah, that's true. You can still make polls in the community posts, although they're more fun in videos.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess they're just moving to like a new neighborhood.
Oh, I'll miss them.
Rest in pepperoni.
Big rip.
But I would make a poll in this video asking you what your thoughts on polls were, but obviously I can't do that anymore.
Oh, did you just hear that? That was the sound of my heart breaking.
So why don't you tell us down in the comments below what you thought of the different polls on YouTube, and then maybe what were some of your favorite polls on this channel and on other channels too.
Yeah.
Did you always enjoy voting in them? Did you vote that Kate was best girl? Because if not...
What are you doing?
It's my Ganondorf impression. But with that, I think that'll be the end of this little discussion video. I had a lot of fun making this.
Yeah.
And let me know too in the comments if you want us to make more discussions like this. Like I said, I'm leaning towards us doing podcasts about various topics, which would kind of be in this format. Although I think most podcasts would probably be live streamed instead.
Yeah.
So let us know what you think of that. And whatever we move this summer, if this quarantine ever ends, then we can possibly start doing like different live stream podcasts. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
But until then, hope to see you on the next episode.
Bye-bye.